Imagine you're returning home from work on a quiet evening. You're successful, satisfied with life, doing your dream work of writing about the things that you believe in. People like reading your works. Your words inspire them, amuse them, move them, anger them. Some of these angry voices don't agree with you, but as you're reaching for your door, you don't feel the need to knock. No, you feel safe in your country, but then you hear a shot, and now you're lying in a pool of your own blood. And before you can call out for help, you're dead. That is the story of Gauri Lankesh, a 55-year-old journalist known for her outright critique of the right-wing politics and religious majoritarianism. She spent years writing about politics, caste, and societal inequalities, and now she's dead. But this isn't about her. No, it never really was. Freedom of speech in India has been oppressed throughout history, be it the Mughal Empire or the colonial censorship, or even today, when anyone's voice considered offensive enough by anyone in an important enough position could be the cause of a riot. Violence and voice, two of the most powerful weapons in the history of mankind. When was it that the lines between the two started to blur? And why is it that in today's time, anyone's voice can be considered either too offensive or perhaps objectively wrong? Or maybe it's just too close to the truth? Regardless of what these voices are or who they target, they are what make us human. And to strip humanity of its ability to think is to strip mankind of all its dignity. I think, therefore I am. Rene Descartes. Even if the world around us was burning itself to death, as long as we are able to question that fire, we, as humanity, are alive. Let's take an example. Say there's a person A and a person B. Person A says something that person B doesn't like. So person B declares that they're going to go on a protest and use violence if person A isn't silenced. So person C comes in this case being the government, and the government censors person A to keep person B at bay. Does the government agree with person A or person B? Well, the truth is, it doesn't and shouldn't matter. A statement should be allowed to exist even if people disagree with it. The government's duty to protect somebody's speech doesn't require the government to agree with that speech. Or at least that's how it should be. But then that brings you to today's reality where people are being arrested for cracking a bad joke. The moment freedom of expression becomes conditional over somebody else's approval, it ceases to be a right, it becomes a privilege at somebody else's discretion. So that brings me to the topic of today's video. Is freedom of speech an absolute right? Or is it a responsible privilege? Well, according to Google, the word privilege stands for a special right, an advantage given to a specific person or a specific group. But the ability to think for yourself and to speak freely isn't somebody's advantage to grant. You were born with that ability, even if you were the strongest man on earth or lost control of your entire body like Stephen Hawking. Well, even though he's quite a dopiest figure at the moment. Regardless, no matter who you are as a person, how capable you are physically, or what your background is, as long as you are able to think for yourself, your original voice, your own thoughts will always remain the greatest gift you could ever offer to humanity. Freedom, on the other hand, are like the wings of Icarus. Even if you were to fly too low, close to the ocean, and your wings get water in them and you fall, or even if you fly too close to the sun and the wings of your freedom melt away, and even if you fall to your death, as long as you were able to ensure that it was your thought, your decisions that led to your conclusion, you can smile just like Icarus, knowing that your decisions were made free from the influence of other people. Maybe that's how Gauri felt too, despite her tragic, untimely demise and the oppression she faced, as long as she was able to live a life where she could think freely. felt alive. And that is what freedom of speech is, not conditional over somebody else's approval, but your own ability to make your own judgment of what's right or what's wrong.